Welcome to episode 22 of the Life Coaching with Ryan Book Club. We are reading Conscious Communications by Mary Shores, your step-by-step guide to harnessing the power of your words to change your mind, your choices, and your life. I read the introduction. I read chapter 1. And I wanted to get something out into the world. And therefore, here we go. Actually, I'd like to start with a quotation. In my experience, finding little things to be grateful for is a quick way to feel better. And when you feel better, you can choose even better and bigger things to be grateful for, including things that haven't happened yet. If you listen to my podcast, you know how I feel about affirmations, i.e., I think that most of the time people use affirmations to lie to themselves. And when you lie to yourself, you just learn not to trust yourself and what you say and what you think. So I tend to think that affirmations are crap. And she actually goes on to describe that very thing just following, that sometimes when it's your lowest low and you say something like, I'm getting wiser and healthier with every decision, you're not going to learn to believe yourself. Plus, it's not going to help drag you out of how you're feeling. To which she states, being grateful for what is true, on the other hand, pulls you more quickly out of the muck. To which I respond, yes, Mary, yes. That is oh so very true. If it wasn't clear, the first chapter focuses on gratitude. The introduction breaks down how Mary thinks about communication and conscious communication, how it has generally impacted her life, especially her experience with Tony Robbins. She talks about self-talk, affirmations. I felt like I was listening to the first 3 episodes of my podcast that I hung out with Jenny. Very important to understand that your frame, i.e. your positivity or negativity about what's happening around you, has a significant impact on your happiness and general well-being. And I would say well-being before happiness being my personal concern. She also focuses on goal setting in the form of end result thinking and the power of your subconscious. I've talked before about the machine, as I call it, that you have way more going on in your brain at any given moment than just your immediate conscious thoughts, whether it is elements of self-talk, your self-esteem, your self-image, but also just the pure computational power of your subconscious and how you direct it makes a difference. So I've heard of people who do a journaling exercise where they ask a question of themselves in their journal, go to sleep, and when they wake up, they just start journaling and tend to have an answer. And that's because we have lots of stored knowledge and we have functions in our brain that will help pool that knowledge and begin to process it. More than once, I have asked myself something and then just consciously let it go and decided I'm not going to spend a lot of conscious energy on this because I keep hitting a block consciously. But if I just let my subconscious and my unconscious processing operate on it, I'm more likely to get a result because I don't have all the extra noise of the front of my consciousness. And she focuses on that and gives some very detailed scientific elements, analysis, information about that I found very fascinating. She also talks about the power of focus, that you can shift your frame, as I call it, by altering your self-talk and the way that you talk to yourself, which is the basis of the entire notion of conscious communications. It's how you talk to others, but also how you talk to yourself. She has several points that she makes around how we operate with negativity, how we operate with choices of words. For example, the do not say list. No, not, can't, won't, however, unfortunately. And how by beginning to eliminate some of these words from her speech, especially with that of her clients, because she actually runs a collection agency and she continues to do so. She thought, what if I created a paradigm shift in wanting my clients to feel happier when they got off the phone with me than they started when they called. And that's fascinating for someone running a collection agency. So I am really curious what's going to happen as we continue through her story. I would love to know what thoughts you repeat to yourself every day, that you catch yourself saying over and over and over again. I would also love it if you would hop over to my podcast and give it a listen in those first 3 episodes. And if you're reading along, tell me what you think about compare and contrast with what Jenny and I talk about and what Mary talks about in her book. With that, I hope you have a fantastic night, and I will be talking to you soon. Bye.